Hi there, world. I come from Antigua and Barbuda, not Antigua and Barbuda. This is my contribution to the accent tag. So I'm going to do some words that we say in Antigua, and I'm going to use them in a sentence. The sentences are in, as this is also a contributed to AuthorTube. So these are these are sentences rather from my own writing, published and or unpublished. And so my first word is lime. Lime. Lime is like hanging out, getting together socially in twos or more to do whatever. And the first work that I'm going to use it in is actually a poem, and lime is part of the title of the poem. And you get a sense of the vibe of what lime is about. In one sense, it can also it can be going to a party, it can be going to a game of dominoes, it can be hanging out at the beach. But in this case, it's about the Coconut Man, which is a painting by Glenroy Aron, who is the artist who did the cover for my book, Musical Youth. So Sunday Lime goes. We meet there every Sunday, and as he chops away the green and cracks the hard shell, breaking through to the sweet, delicate tastiness within, we talk hard truths about schemes and plots and things, about the depressive state of this country we live in. We cup our mouths throughout the drought, Coconut Man cut a spoon, and we eat the heart. That's Sunday Lime. The next word I'm going to do is knuckle. Knuckle is spelled Knuckle, and knuckle means cheating. And this poem that I use knuckle in is called How to Speak Sex in Antiguan. So it goes. In Antigua, wife is sex or the female sex organ. You know the one. Knuckle is when your woman gives wife to another man. Kip woman is your side piece. You know the woman you're there with on the side. We don't have a word in Antiguan for the man your wife keeps. No kip man, nor for that matter, male wife. Though the male appendage is called bud or teely or tone, as in hard tone man, as if to say it might be a wee wee thing, but it's always hard, as if. Knuckle, at least, is gender neutral. Man knuckle woman, woman knuckle man. That's true in any language. Knuckle. So the next word I'm going to do is actually, I'm going to do two words in this poem. A few words, actually. I'll go through it, but the poem is called Hands. And it goes, see my hand outstretched? Don't think of begging. Children must eat. That's the order of things. See my mother dead. See my father dead. Blood cake up round my tant head. Back home come throw them away like garbage. From my seat. And so me stand upon my 2 feet and me stretch my hand them toward life. Me elbow me way through strife. Cause me done climb out of the darkness, out of the stink of the slave ship, out of the sin you say me bury in. You pass and that make mockery of God name. Then God love ugly like you. God mean day with we, 1802, when the djembe beat and I sing a new song, one that ripple across plantations and burn them. Aite, liberté, the song sweet, sweet like sugarcane. Give we courage to dream of another day. Never mind that you come and advantage we, take what we hard earned money, rape with treasury, put on your pimp hat, turn we make whore, turn we poor, but we was always looking up. The whip, machete, makuti, we was always rattling with can't up, filling it lickle lickle, cause man must up, man must up. Though you parade our sorrows like the wretched of the earth, never acknowledging what you stole from us. We still have with dignity, we the children of the revolution, and songs of liberty still sit sweet on our tongue. We never turn our eyes from the rising sun. And we never sit down when work needs to be done. It's not handout we look in, it's we back where we want. We're not begging, we're making a way. So that's Hands. There are actually a few Antigonisms in Hands, which is obviously about reparations and is Haiti centered but can speak for the entire Caribbean, which are former slave colonies, now independent nations. Um, see my hand outstretched, don't think I'm begging. you notice that the ends of the words kind of soften. A hand, begging, must instead of must. Mother instead of mother. Father instead of father. Um, Stand up on my 2 feet and I stretch out my hand them toward life. In that you would actually say my hand and them for the plural of hands. Of hand, to make it hands, you would say hand and them. Um, for we have this expression, God and love ugly. So in God love ugly like you, I actually have it like you here in the poem, kind of a mix of English and Creole or English and dialect, as we would say here. But the expression God and love ugly, that you can do evil, but eventually you'll get your comeuppance. God will not allow evil to prosper, so God and love ugly. God been there with we. God was there with us. Min day with we. Min, as in was, there with, there. Um, see if there's anything else. Sweet, sweet, the repetition for emphasis. The song Sweet, Sweet like sugar cane. That means the song was very sweet. Okay, so I think that's all I'll do for that poem. Lickle, lickle. Again, repetition for emphasis. Fill it, lickle, lickle, filling it, bit by bit. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is, more repetition for emphasis, but this poem is called Antigua. You are who I am, not something I pull on or off like a favorite dress, the burnt orange one that looks like sunset. You are the sun, essential, and blood gushing through tunnels to where my heart beats, for you. The willow trees are gone, but I'm still here. The palm trees are dying, but I stay standing, still breathing you in and the smell of your sea salt, though it stings. Still sipping gingerly of the red bean soup that tastes like home. Still hoping we'll find our best selves on this potholed road, where we once danced barefoot in the rain, though it led nowhere. Antigua, can we talk in our tongue? Can we love you bad? And the kind of love we use up and throw away, not a dragged up kind of love, but love that simmer long like a pepper pot and tastes just as sweet. And why you listen me good? I love you full, and you full up every part of me. The word and them dance by my tongue. I love you bad, bad, bad. Bad, bad there is good, good is very good. So repetition for emphasis, walk good. Um, and then the second to last word I'm going to do is with child. With child means pregnant. So, for instance, in my story Rhythms, which was published in the Caribbean Writer some years ago, it has always been like this with us. As reserved and serious as most people say he is, Moses is still the warmest man I know. Still so affectionate after another year makes 17 years. I get with child for him when I was about 18. I got pregnant for him. I became pregnant for him or by him when I was about 18. So we say I get with child. So and so with child? Yes, so and so is pregnant with child. With child is spelled Wichle, and it's with and child together into one word, with child. All right. And the last word is actually one of my favorite Antiguan words, which is Jack, which I don't know if there's a literal word to word translation. It's a word that we use for emphasis. So, for instance, in musical youth, it shows up quite a bit because it's one of those words that just rolls off of our tongue quite a bit. So, for example, close your eyes, he said from somewhere in the dark. And she turned around, trying to see him, but it was as if he was hiding from her. Where are you? Close your eyes, he repeated. What? Close your eyes. I'm not. Why? Trust me, he said. She took a deep breath, arms tightening around the guitar she held close to her, and then she closed her eyes. Play, he said. What? Play, he pressed. I can't. Yes, you can. Play. She wanted to stamp her feet. She knew he was just trying to help, but she didn't like this feeling, like he was playing games with her. She kept her eyes closed even when she felt the sting of tears. Play Jack, he urged, his voice gentler this time, coaxing her. And she breathed and breathed again and lifted the guitar. So that's Jack in Musical Youth. Obviously, her name is not Jack. Her name is actually Sahara. but to emphasize that, he's coaxing her, play Jack. Come to Jack. We're going with Jack. We use Jack in so many ways. In musical youth, he uses it here to complain. When he's complaining about rehearsals, he says, I know, but these rehearsals, Jack. The person he's talking to is not named Jack. Jack is being used there to emphasize with rehearsals. His friend is complaining to him about helping him out with trying to get Sahara. And his friend says his name is Shaka. His friend says, okay, Shaka. But when me said Jack, it's summertime. You think man want nothing to do? So Jack is being used there for emphasis to emphasize his friend's reluctance. So Jack is just one of those words that we use a lot, a lot, a lot. So that's the last word I will share in this accent tag author 2 post. If you want to hear more Antiguanisms, hit like, follow, subscribe, notifications, all the good stuff, and maybe I'll do another one. Till then, bye.